Step 20. Create a new conditioning format that applies yellow fill and bold font to the values that contain 98% or higher for the percent of list price column. So we want to start with cell G2 and we want to highlight down to cell G66. I would not include the average. You are just looking for the values here that are contain 98% or higher. Okay, so we've highlighted those cells, and now we're going to go to conditioning formatting, and we want to go to a highlight cell rule. We actually want greater than or equal to. So we're going to come down here to more rules, and we want a greater than or equal to 98%. So we just type that in and make the selection. Then we're going to choose our format. Here's where we'll color it yellow, and we'll color it blue, and we'll bold the font. So font, we want bold, and we want that font to stay black, okay? And then for our fill, we want a yellow, and we say okay. And we say, oh, and this is a preview of what it should look like, which is what we wanted with the yellow background and the bold black font. And we say, okay. And now these values are equal to 98% or greater. And that's exactly what we wanted to do for step 20. Step 21, add a footer with your name on the left side, the sheet name on the center, and the file name on the right. I usually go to page layout and I go to margins, and I come down to custom margins, and when I do that, it brings up the page setup dialog box. I'm then going to head on over to header footer, and since we have a 3-part component for our footer, that is actually a custom footer, and it's asked us first to type our name on the left side, and for me that's Lewis, and then I'm going to hit tab. And once I hit tab, I'm in the center section and I'm looking for the sheet name. Now you can take your mouse and just kind of gloss over. There's a page number, number of pages, date, time. The sheet name is this one, so third from the end. And then I'm going to hit my tab button to go over to the right section. You could also click your mouse there. And now it asks us for the file name code on the right side. And so again, I just take my time and hover my mouse over, and I find the file name code right here. And I click that. And so I have my last name, my sheet name code, and my file name, and I click OK. And that has, as you can see, here's what your bottom of your footer will look like. And I say OK. And that has completed step 21. Step 22, select landscape orientation. I come up here to my page layout tab. I click orientation, and I want to choose landscape, which basically you'll turn your page long ways, portraits up and down. Landscape has the longer length of your paper going horizontal. And set the appropriate margin so that the data will print on one page. We could try narrow margins, or we could also go into print preview and say data print on one page, which might be easier. So let's try that. We go into file and print. And then in the print preview dialog box, we can come down here to scaling. At the scaling component, we're saying we want everything to fit on one page. So we're going to say fit sheet on one page. And that way we're not guessing on margin size. We're doing it by scaling, and we make sure that everything, including our days on the market and our custom formatting with the conditional formatting with arrows, fits there as well. We go back. I would hit save at this point in time. And that's the end of step 22. Step 23 means for you to save and close the file and submit it to my IT lab for automatic grading. Great job, guys. Thanks for working and learning with me. Have a good day.